Hi guys, welcome back to another video of What If Lori Survived to The Walking Dead. So let's get into it. So we start off by seeing a guy called Sadiq who's in the woods, and we see Benjamin who's become really good friends with Carl, and they're just wandering around in the forest for now. And we see Sadiq they find Sadiq, and Carl and Benjamin wouldn't be hostile towards him because they see he's alone and he looks like he's been on the road for a long time. And Carl and Benjamin offer if he wants to join one of their communities. And Sadiq would think about it, but he knows that he'll die out here sooner or later. So he would join the group. And we're not gonna include the part where he has to do he has to do things to prove he's trustworthy like that, because that'll just take 2 parts of the series and that'll be kind of annoying. So we're not gonna have that part in this. So yeah. Anyways, we see Alden and also Cal, who are both just a lookout at Kingdom for now, and while they're doing this, they would, it's just, they're just chilling together. They'd get to know each other, and they'd become pretty good friends. But I want to tell you guys something about the story. I mean, what's going to happen next. Okay, so we're just, in the middle of season 8. So, there's not going to be much we could just do. All I could really just say is, so that character and that character hang out. So that, that's just gonna be kind of boring until we get to season 9. So let's just get into season 9. So because everything would be peaceful in season 8, but it would still be 16 episodes long. We see T-Dog and Zach, who are just chilling at Alexandria or any other community, but I think they'd probably be at Alexandria, and they're just chilling until, cause soon they're gonna have to free Negan, cause I think their sentence for Negan would be much shorter, 1 year, and after season 8 it was 1 year later, so it was season 9, it was the 3rd year of the outbreak, but the beginning of season 9, because later on in season 9 it becomes 9-10 years in the outbreak. And we see Eugene, who's supposed to free Negan, because Rick told him, because Negan, he didn't do much in this story, because he really just killed Alan, and he really just killed Deanna and Alan and Abraham. That's really it. And Negan would land a couple of jokes coming out, and he would kind of cuss at Eugene, but then is quickly taken by Daryl and Merle, because they're building a bridge, and when they take Negan, they tell him to get to work. And Negan sees Alden working there too, and that makes him a little mad, considering he was the one who let Daryl, Merle, and Maggie and Rosita, Glenn, Spencer and Rosita out. But he really can't do much, or else he'll get put back in the cell. But he reunites with his old saviors. And Aaron and Eric would give Negan his tool to work on the bridge they're making. And basically all the characters are there just making the bridge. And there's nothing too bad going on. But when we see Henry, who's just handing people water, and while Henry's giving water, and now he comes across Justin, and when he's drinking water, when Henry takes the water back after Justin's drink his share, Justin steals it back and pushes Henry, but Henry gets up and trips Justin and takes the water back. But before Justin can hit Henry, he sees Morgan and Oscar and also Axel and also Rick and also Merle and also Daryl all looking at him, and this makes Justin scared, so he doesn't do anything. But since there's more people around, alive, and Aaron would never lose his arm. And we see Jesus and Maggie, and they're planning on to make crops outside of the kingdom, and they're planning to make on little traps so the walkers can't stop them. And plus, there's really no way to even have any walkers around the kingdom because they're well protected. And kingdom, honestly, is my favorite community out of all the communities because of how it's set and how much they grow, and it's pretty good for a zombie outbreak. So yeah. And also Glenn and Herschel think this is a good idea as well. And so does Beth, because they all live at Hilltop now. And Lori is really happy to see that they're growing stuff and people are going on runs. And she really thinks that they could rebuild the old world in these communities. And she's really happy. And since Glenn never got killed by Negan, Daryl and Maggie wouldn't try kill him, so Rick doesn't blow himself up, so he's gonna stay as well. And also RJ Jr. is born, but it's not Michonne's child. It's Lori's, so I don't know what she'd name him. I still think I think she would still actually name him RJ Jr. Rick Jr., RJ Jr., just RJ. Also, Maggie and Glenn have had Herschel Jr. already because it's a year later, so yeah. And it's 6 years later, and we'd see Zach, who's just sitting there at the gates of Alexandria, and Glenn and Maggie are here to visit, so Herschel Jr. is here too. So Zach is telling Herschel stories of what happened before he was born, because he thinks he should know, what his father and mother went through to just get him out alive before he was born, but in his mother's stomach, that's all. So yeah, just they did everything to just protect him, and he'd be telling stories of some of the people Herschel Jr. didn't get to meet that died and stuff. He'd be telling him a lot about other people that he didn't meet, and stories of people who tried to kill him, and a lot of other things. He'd mainly tell about the governor because they mainly saw him as their big bad. And we see Rosita and also Eugene. We're gonna go out to get supplies for the group, and it's gonna be where the Eugene goes missing and Rosita's injured and stuff. So and Jesus and Daryl and Aaron go to save him, but it's gonna play out a little different in this story. But that will be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and bye-bye.